king once stood at the top of the world. He had it all: endless armies, palaces, money. But there was one thing he had more than anything else: pride. The kind of pride that makes a man think he can never fall. He looked at the people of Babylon and said, "Who can stop me? I am the god of this land." And for a while, people believed him. But one night, something happened that nobody could have imagined. No giant army attacked him, no swords, no arrows, just one tiny creature. A creature so small, people barely notice it. And yet, that tiny creation would destroy the king who thought he owned the world. A king, known in many Islamic narrations as Namrud, and the prophet who stood against him, Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him. Ancient Babylon, the land we know today near Iraq. A kingdom so powerful that people trembled when they heard the footsteps of its ruler, Namrud. The Quran does not directly mention his personal name, but according to many Islamic narrations and tafsir, including Tafsir Ibn Kathir, this ruler was known for extreme arrogance and oppression. People bowed to him, feared him, obeyed him, and slowly, that fear turned into worship. Namrud didn't just act like a king, he claimed to be a god. He would say, "I give life, I give death. Everything happens by my command." And nobody dared challenge him, until one prophet changed everything. One day, astrologers came to Namrud with terrifying news. "A child will soon be born, and he will destroy your power." The room went silent. For the first time, fear hit Namrud's heart. He immediately gave a brutal order. No newborn boys are to be spared. And just like that, the streets of Babylon filled with screams. Mothers cried, homes were shattered, innocent blood was spilled. But when Allah protects someone, no king can stop it. Far away from the eyes of soldiers, the mother of Prophet Ibrahim hid inside a cave. Outside, darkness ruled the land. But inside that cave, Allah was preparing a light that would change history forever. Then the moment came. A child was born. Not a prince, not a warrior, not a king, a prophet. And while tyranny ruled the world outside, Ibrahim grew up quietly, away from the eyes of Namrud. But Allah was already preparing him for something massive. As Ibrahim grew older, he started looking at the world differently. The stars, the moon, the sun, everything moved with perfect order. And deep inside his heart, one question kept growing. Who created all of this? According to Islamic tradition, his father Azar was connected to idol-making. Ibrahim alayhis salam grew up surrounded by statues people worshipped day and night. But something never sat right with him. People bowed to rocks, prayed to statues, cried in front of things that couldn't even move. One day, Ibrahim finally spoke. "Can these idols even hear you?" People laughed at him. "These are the gods of our ancestors." But Ibrahim calmly replied, "They can't help you, and they can't harm you. So why worship them?" That question hit hard, because deep down, they knew he was right. But truth is dangerous to people who are comfortable with falsehood. And Ibrahim alayhis salam was about to challenge the entire system. Then came the day that changed Babylon forever. The people left the city for a huge festival celebration. The streets emptied out, and Ibrahim walked straight toward the temple of idols. Huge statues standing in silence, decorated walls, offerings everywhere. For years, these idols controlled the minds of people. But that day, Ibrahim alayhis salam stood alone before them. He looked around and said, "Today, the truth will speak." Then he picked up an axe. One strike, another strike, another. The idols crashed to the ground one after another. Stones shattered everywhere. Faces broke apart, until only the biggest idol remained standing. And Ibrahim hung the axe around its neck. When the people returned, chaos exploded. "Who did this?" someone shouted. "There's a young man named Ibrahim. He always spoke against our gods." So they dragged Ibrahim into the royal court. The people were furious. Namrud asked, "Did you destroy our gods?" Ibrahim answered with calm confidence, "Ask the big idol. Maybe he did it." The crowd exploded in anger. "You know these idols can't speak." And then came the sentence that shook Babylon. If they can't speak, can't help, and can't harm, then why do you worship them? Silence. Nobody had an answer, because falsehood always collapses when truth stands firm. And eventually, those words reached the palace of Namrud himself. Now the confrontation was no longer between a king and a man. It was between arrogance and truth. Namrud sat on his throne surrounded by soldiers, wealth, and power. Across from him stood one man, Prophet Ibrahim. No army, no weapon, just complete trust in Allah. Namrud angrily asked, "You reject me as God?" Ibrahim replied, "My Lord is the one who gives life and causes death." Namrud laughed. "I can do that too." He brought 2 prisoners. One he released, the other he ordered to be executed. Then he smirked proudly. "See, I give life and death." But Ibrahim responded with words that shattered the king's pride. "Allah brings the sun from the east, so bring it from the west." And just like that, the room froze. No answer, no comeback, nothing. The Quran says the disbeliever was left completely defeated, but pride refuses to surrender. So Namrud chose violence. He ordered the biggest fire Babylon had ever seen. Wood was gathered until it became mountains. The flames rose into the sky. The heat became so intense that even birds couldn't fly near it. Then they chained Ibrahim. The crowd mocked him, laughed at him, watched as he was launched toward the fire. And in that moment, the earth held its breath. Then Allah commanded, "O fire, be coolness and peace upon Ibrahim." The fire lost its nature. The flames that were created to burn became safety. And when the smoke cleared, Ibrahim stood unharmed, alive, safe, protected by Allah. The people stared in shock. But while Ibrahim alayhis salam walked out alive, Namrud's arrogance began dying from the inside. Islamic narrations mention that later, Allah sent something unimaginable against Namrud and his army. Not dragons, not earthquakes, not giant armies, mosquitoes. Tiny creatures filled the skies. Soldiers panicked. Horses ran wild. The mighty army collapsed in fear. And then, one mosquito entered Namrud's nose. Pain consumed him. The king who once said, "I am your God," was destroyed by one of the weakest creations of Allah. That's the lesson. Power means nothing without humility. Wealth means nothing without faith. And arrogance has destroyed people throughout history. The story of Namrud is not just about the past. It's about every heart that becomes blinded by pride. So ask yourself today, is there a little bit of Namrud inside me? If there is, then bring light back into your heart before arrogance destroys it. And remember, the same Allah who protected Prophet Ibrahim alayhis salam in the fire can protect you through every hardship in your life too. If this reminder touched your heart, make sure to share this video so others can reflect on the lessons of the Quran. And subscribe Islamic Nation TV for more powerful Islamic stories that bring history to life. So place your trust in Him, stay humble, and never let pride take control of your heart. May Allah guide us to the path of truth and protect us from the darkness of arrogance.